Very good afternoon, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of my Minister of Commerce, Excellency Pan Sosa, it is my honor and pleasure to participate in the China Jiangsu Cambodia Silk Road E-Commerce launching ceremony to promote Cambodia agriculture product export to China's market. Meanwhile, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the Commercial Attaché of the Royal Embassy of Cambodia in China, the Foreign Affairs Office of Jiangsu Provincial People Government of China, the Jiangsu branch of China Post Group Co. Ltd., and co-organizer for their collaborative effort in organizing this important event in hybrid format after both countries severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemics. I believe that this Silk Road E-Commerce project is served as a platform to promote proximity, solidarity, and cooperation between the two countries, and in particularly provide the great opportunity for the e-commerce to leverage Chinese potential market for their high quality and safe agriculture products. Allow me to highlight key achievements and progresses of trade relations between Cambodia and China. Over the past few years, trade figures have made it clear that China is Cambodia's main trading partner and vice versa. Cambodia and China are active and dispensable partners in trade policy formulation and negotiation within the WTO framework and at the regional and bilateral levels. In recent years, the trade volume between Cambodia and China has increased significantly. In 2017, the total bilateral trade increased by 16%, which amount to $5.8 billion, exceeding the target. In 2020, although it was severely hindered by the COVID-19 pandemic, the total bilateral trade remained large at more than $8 billion, despite such volume decreased by 5% in growth rate. In 2021, though COVID-19 pandemic impacts kept waging, the bilateral trade growth rate increased approximately by 37%, with the amount of $11 billion, exceeding the target of $10 billion by 2023 pledged by the two governments thus far. The export from Cambodia to China has always grown at an average of 6 to 10% per year, given the economic complementarity of the two countries. The achievements described above are the result of the good cooperation between Cambodia and China at all levels and in all frameworks. It should also be noted that the cooperation in the comprehensive strategic partnership between Cambodia and China achieved in 2010 provided a solid foundation for the formulation of economic policy and framework, with both sides having signed many protocols, MOU, and agreements that have paved the way for trade, tourism, and investment to flourish to their maximum in the last 10 years. To further facilitate trade, the two countries have signed protocol on sanitary and phytosanitary for export of rice, rice husks, cassava, banana, mangoes, MOU on rice export, MOU on e-commerce, MOU on development of special economic zones, the MOU on trade facilitation, MOU on quality assurance and exchange note on duty-free treatment, etc. More importantly, the Cambodian-China Free Trade Agreement called CCFTA, which has been entered into force in January 2022, signify an even stronger tie between the two countries and mark another key historical milestone for Cambodia and China's trade and economic relation. Undoubtedly, the agreement results in a more robust economic partnership through high degree of market access, liberalization for goods, services, and investment. The timely implementation of this agreement would provide economic and social benefit to people of the two countries in a mutual advantageous manner. we can see that after the entry into force of this agreement, the bilateral trade between the two countries counted only in 5 months of 2022 is approximately $5 billion, a significant increase of 30% compared to the same period in 2021. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, today's event is the first forum physically organized in the first half of 2022. It significantly proved the close tie between the two economies and businesses. Today's forum and future forum will help to promote trade and investment between the two countries to another level by utilizing the advantage from expanding the scope of implementation of the CCFTA. I would like to inform that after the severely affected by the COVID-19 pandemic since the beginning of 2020, the Royal Government of Cambodia have turned the challenges into the new opportunities through addressing the country context-specific bottlenecks in their respective structures aimed at the strengthening competitiveness, accelerating economic diversification, especially promoting and accelerating the development of digital economy, and strengthening good governance. In addition, in the development of small and medium enterprise, including startup, the Royal Government strives to address the structural issues, particularly by building a vibrant e-commerce ecosystem, encouraging business operation in the formal economy, and promote digital technology as well as information and communication technology. Obviously, e-commerce is a potential business trend in this digital economy era. In the last 2 years, business operation in Cambodia utilizing e-commerce platform and electronic payments such as buying and selling goods and services across the border have been growing significantly. In response to this new trend, especially as to give the public confidence in opting for e-commerce as well as to eliminate barriers to e-commerce performance, the Royal Government of Cambodia have developed a number of necessary legal framework and policy measures, including e-commerce law, e-commerce strategy, consumer protection law, food safety law, inclusive digital payment system, and so on. The Royal Government have also promoted to have a provision of supporting services and promotion of knowledge in information and communication technology, the acquisition of the skill and vocational training for the employees, trade facilitation and encouragement for the business registration, and has reviewed and amended relevant law and regulation aimed at improving the business performance of the SME. We have actively contributed to the development of digital economy in Cambodia as they support electronic and digital activities and develop and modernize operation to fortify digital economy. Cambodia has recently launched an e-commerce platform so-called Go for eCam, which can assist local SME to export their products worldwide. I strongly hope that it could also be linked with the Silk Road E-Commerce project in order to increase the export and import opportunity for Cambodia's SME and consumer. At the same time, Cambodia is also developing measures and strategy to revive the economy and normalize Cambodian society from the effect of the COVID-19 pandemic. The synergy of each country's project and strategy and close cooperation between the two governments is of paramount importance for promoting businesses. With this, I believe that Silk Road E-Commerce project serves as the new highlight of trade cooperation between the two countries, build on stimulus to economic recovery in the post-COVID era. The Cambodian strategy on economic recovery for the COVID-19 which also require cooperation and market access of China. The two countries shall cooperate in the areas of trade and investment in animal husbandry, agriculture and rubber processing and agriculture product for export, e-commerce and handicraft, etc. As such, Chinese side should consider studying the possibility of investing in Cambodia in these suggested areas in order to sufficiently supply food to China and to meet the huge demand of the Chinese people. According to the statistics, China imports food and related products in billions of US dollars annually from a number of countries, including United States, European Union, Australia, Japan, and South America, etc. Therefore, I suggest that it is very high time now that China shall turn to invest and export from Cambodia, whose investment and political climates are very conducive, and we are ironclad friends. Last but not least, I would like to call on the respective representatives of the governments, researchers, traders, and investors of the two countries to jointly formulate policy and utilize from the signed CCFTA, especially given that the two countries are sharing similar stand on multiple issues and future, including the digital economy and regional development perspective. I finally would like to wish Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good health, safety and success in all tasks. I also wish our ceremony a fruitful outcome. I thank you.